In this video, we want to evaluate the integral from 0 to infinity of x squared over x squared plus a squared cubed dx, where a is positive. We're going to solve this first by using partial fraction decomposition. We're going to add a squared and subtract by a squared in the numerator. So that gives us x squared plus a squared minus a squared all over x squared plus a squared cubed. The first fraction is going to be x squared plus a squared over x squared plus a squared cubed. And then the second fraction is going to be, we're going to subtract, and then we have a squared over x squared plus a squared cubed. The first fraction, we have a factor of x squared plus a squared on the top, and then 3 factors of x squared plus a squared on the bottom. That's going to cancel, and we're going to have 1 over x squared plus a squared quantity squared minus a squared over x squared plus a squared cubed. Now, in order to solve this, we want to use the fact that the fundamental Gaussian related integral for b greater than 0, we have f of b equals integral from 0 to infinity of 1 over x squared plus b dx. That's going to equal pi over 2 times b to the negative 1/2 power. And here's a proof for this. So let's first rewrite this as just pi over 2 square root b. And we're going to do a trig substitution. Let x equal the square root of b times tangent theta. So dx is square root of b times secant squared theta d theta. And now, because we're making a substitution, we're going to change the limit. When x is 0, we have square root of b times tangent theta. B is positive here. So that's actually the condition we have up here, that b is positive. That means that tangent theta has to be 0. And tangent theta is 0 when theta is 0. And when x approaches infinity, that means that tangent theta also has to approach infinity, which means theta is approaching pi over 2. So the new bounds are from 0 to pi over 2. And now we just got to substitute. So on the top, we had dx, which is square root of b times secant squared theta d theta. And then on the bottom, we have x squared plus b, which x we said was square root of b times tangent theta. So now we could just distribute the square to get b times tangent squared theta plus b. We'll factor out a b from the denominator and have tangent squared plus 1 left, which is just secant squared. So we have square root of b times secant squared over b times secant squared. The secant squares are going to cancel. Square root of b over b is just, that's just a constant that just comes out because it doesn't depend on theta. And square root of b over b is just 1 over root b. And then integrating 1 with respect to theta is just theta. Going from 0 to pi over 2, you get pi over 2 minus 0. And then multiply that by 1 over root b, you just get pi over 2 times root b. So that proves that integral. But for us, if we go back, we want 1 over x squared plus a squared quantity squared. So basically, we want to put a square over here. So the way to do that is to take the derivative of 1 over x squared plus b, because that's going to give us the square there. So we're going to take the derivative with respect to b. And when we take the derivative with respect to b, we have to take it on both sides. Whatever you do on one side, you do it to the other. So also the derivative is going to go inside the integral. So we're taking the derivative of x squared plus b with respect to b, which is negative 1 over x squared plus b quantity squared. And I take the derivative on the right side, use a power rule. You get pi over 2 times negative 1/2 b to negative 3/2 power, which is just negative pi over 4 times b to 3/2. But notice that we wanted to have a positive 1 over x squared plus b quantity squared. So we'll multiply both sides by the negative to cancel it out. So 1 over x squared plus b quantity squared is pi over 4b raised to 3/2 power. So that takes care of this integral. Now we need to focus on this side. So notice that we have a cubed here. So we need to take the derivative once more. So let's take the derivative once more. So when we do that, we have negative 2 over x squared plus b cubed. And that's pi over 4 times negative 3 halves times b to negative pi over 2, or 5 over 2, which is negative 3 pi over 8b to the 5 halves power. But this negative 2 is a constant that comes outside. And I want to get rid of the negative 2 because I had 1 in the numerator. So I'm just going to divide both sides by negative 2. And the negative is just going to go in the denominator, multiplying the 8 by 2 to get 3 pi over 16 b to the 5 halves power. And so now what I wanted to do was solve for this integral. 1 over x squared plus a squared quantity squared minus a squared over x squared plus a squared quantity cubed. We had b for ours. So we'll just replace b with a squared. And then we just copy the results from above. We have pi over 4 times a squared raised to the 3 halves minus a squared times 3 pi over 16 a squared raised to the 5 halves. The square is going to cancel here, so we have pi over 4a cubed. And the square is going to cancel, so we have 3 pi over 16a cubed. We can multiply this by 4 over 4 to get a common denominator. And we end up with pi over 16a cubed as our final answer.